I was in my room, trying to write a book report, but other things were on my mind. Family troubles.
Now, just a minute, young lady. You can't leave the house looking like that.
Why can't I?
You go back into the house and wipe it off.
Your father's right.
I never can do anything.
Susie and I had problems, all right. If only there were something I could do. Maybe there was something, but I'd have to be tactful to make my point. So, I began writing my masterpiece for solving our family problems. An open letter to all the misunderstood and unappreciated sons and daughters in the world. Take last Saturday afternoon. A bunch of Susie's friends were going skating, and Susie had fixed up a real whopping lunch for her date, Freddie. When the kids came to pick up Susie, the trouble started. First off, Mom saw they were in a car. She wasn't too happy about that, but Mom knew the boys in the crowd were usually safe drivers. But the boy who was driving this car was a new one.
Isn't that Roger Green?
It sure is. He doesn't have the best reputation in town.
Sure, I know about Roger Green. That's what makes it fun having him along.
Oh, well, since you're just going across town, I guess it's all right.
Oh, no, we're going to Bartlettsville.
Wow, that's 25 miles away.
Oh, it's okay. Mr. and Mrs. Burns will be there.
No, Susie, I don't think it will be all right. You know that reputations have a way of rubbing off. A boy with a reputation like Roger Green's will give that reputation to everyone who's with him.
But, Mom, you gotta let me go.
That sort of thing could reflect on our whole family.
Oh, Mom, please let me go.
Maybe Susie didn't think about that, but isn't she old enough to decide who her friends should be and where she goes with them? Well, Mom put her foot down, hard. She wouldn't let Susie go. But if you think Susie has problems, she's got it easy compared to me. Dad was getting ready to paint the kitchen, and he expected me to help. I don't mind helping around the house, but I just don't like painting. I told Dad that if he thought he couldn't do it alone, I'd pay for a professional painter out of my own money. Boy, that really made him mad. He accused me of never helping with anything, of never being part of the family. Well, that just isn't true. I just don't like to paint. Shouldn't I have some right to decide what sort of work I do around the house? Oh, I helped him all right. But I didn't help him much. Does he have any right to decide for me what I'm going to do with my life? I think I should have something to say about that. On Saturday, the house really came down on my head. And I think I kind of earned it, but it sure wasn't all my fault. I was on my way out to pick up Ellen for a movie date.
When do you think you'll be home?
Oh, around 12 or 1.
I thought you and I were getting up especially early tomorrow morning to go hunting.
Sure, I know, but so what? I'll still be in bed by 12 or 1. That's enough sleep for me.
Well, if you expect me to go hunting with you tomorrow morning, you'd better be in by 11.
Does he have the right to decide when I should come home at night? Maybe it's okay for him to decide for a young girl like Susie, but not for me. My date that evening just happened to be over early, because Ellen wasn't feeling well. I could have been home when Dad wanted me to. But I took a long, slow walk to that all-night restaurant just the other side of town. I stayed there until nearly 2 o'clock, just to show Dad. When I finally got home, I felt like public enemy number 1. Dad was waiting up for me, and was he mad. At breakfast, I got the real cold shoulder. The way nobody talked to me, I felt like I had the bubonic plague. And then you know what happened to Susie later on in the afternoon. Of course, Susie was asking for trouble. If she thought she was going to get by Mother and Dad, she was wrong. Dad saw her, and that was that. She was wearing lipstick, but why make such a fuss over it? I'll bet most families have problems like ours. How do they solve them? How do other families go about working out the problem of making decisions?